Hey everyone, in this shorter class we are focusing on our ankles. We're going to be mobilizing them, opening them, stretching them, strengthening them, and if you notice your ankles kind of being the weakest link within your squats or your skandasanas, then this class will be particularly good for you. If you enjoyed the class, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment and subscribe. And of course, if you wanted some longer, more exclusive content, then you can head to our Patreon account, which I'll link down below. We're going to get started on our backs for this one. If you had a strap nearby or a towel or something that's long that you can loop around your feet, then bring that in too. So lie yourself down on your back. And before we begin to move, let's just take 3 really slow breaths. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the nose. 2 more like this. Taking this time to enter into our practice, knowing that this time is for you and your body. Just start by hugging the right knee up into the chest. Your left leg could be bent or it could be long. It's up to you. And then from here, extend the right foot up to the sky. Don't worry about lengthening the leg too much. We're mostly focusing on the ankle here. Let's grab the band if we had it and loop it around the center of our foot. And then try flex the toes towards you. So you should feel a pretty strong stretch down at the back of the calf muscles. Again, just for the moment, make sure that you have a bend in the knee. So we want to feel this a little bit more in the calves rather than in the hamstring in this one. So if you're noticing it more in the hamstring, try bend your knee a little more so you can feel it more in the back of the ankle. And then point your toes towards the sky. If you didn't have a band or a strap, you can do this without it as well. Flex the toes towards you, breathe in. Exhale, point to the foot. A couple more times, breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's go about 1 to 2 more. Just noticing how the sensation changes as you change up the foot position. And then come back through kind of a neutral foot position. Turn the sole of your foot to the left. So you're kind of kinking your foot so that the outer edge of the right foot kind of turns more up to the sky. You should feel kind of a stretch down the right side of the ankle. And then come back through center. Just try it the other way. So you're kind of turning the foot towards the right this time so that the outer edge of the left foot turns up to the sky. You're going to notice that it's not much range there. Cool. Let's swap the legs out. Just start with the left knee bending towards you. Hug the hands around the shin. And then extend the left foot up to the sky. If you didn't have the strap, then you'll just have the hands behind the back of the leg. If you did have the strap, let's loop it around now. Bend your left knee as much as you need for this to more feel into the ankle. And then pointing the toes up to the sky. Flex the foot towards you, breathe in. Exhale, point it up. A couple more here. of course, if you're quite flexible, then you might have your left leg a little longer here. One more slow breath. Then come back through more of a neutral position. Turn the sole of the foot so it's facing more to the right. You might know this as kind of sickling the foot. Outer edge of the left foot turns up to the sky. You should feel a stretch down the left side of the ankle. And come back and then swap to the other side, turning the sole of the foot as much as you can to the left. Mine's not even moving a centimeter. And then come back. Let's loose the strap. But grab the back of your legs and roll yourself up. You're going to kneel yourself down on your mat. And then step your right foot out. So kind of right toes are in line with the left knee. Use your hands by the sides of your legs. You're going to just push yourself forward. So chest towards the knee. And as best as you can, try keep the right heel down on the ground. You should feel kind of a stretch down the lower calf, maybe into the Achilles tendon. And not only do you want to think about driving the heel down, you also want to think about pulling the toes up towards you. One more slow breath. Okay, keep your right leg out, just step it forward. Maybe shuffle your left knee back so you're kind of in a kneeling lunge. Lift yourself up. And what you're thinking about is leaning forward, tracking the right knee over the middle of the foot. And then you'll come back through center, lifting up. And then you'll go again, tracking the right knee over the middle of the foot. Kind of adjust your legs as you need. I notice I wanted to shuffle my right foot back a little more. So as I lean forward, I'm getting more of a stretch through kind of the back of the right leg, the right calf. Let's go a couple more. And if you did feel like a little more, you could do this with the back knee off the ground. So you'll tuck your left toes, you'll lift the left knee off, you'll breathe in at the top, and then you'll breathe out, sink the right knee over the middle of the foot, thinking hips towards the right heel, little bend through the left knee so we can access this deeper range of motion. Just try this a couple more times. You should also feel quite a nice stretch through the left hip flexors too. Let's go one more. And then bring the left knee down, slide the right knee back, and then swap it out to the other side. So start hips to heels, left foot forward, left toes in line with the right knee. And then use your hands as you need. You want to shift your body weight forward. It's okay if the heel comes off the ground a little bit. Bit more of a passive stretch here. You're thinking left toes towards the shin, left heel in the direction of the ground. One more breath. Okay, rock yourself up. Step your left foot forward. You might shuffle that right knee back. Lift up nice and tall, breathing in. And then as you exhale, you're thinking left knee as far forward as you can, keeping the left heel on the ground. If you notice you've got a little more range to go within your left ankle, you could shuffle your left foot back towards you a bit more and try that same thing. You want to think hip square here. Sometimes if we're feeling quite tight within the right hip flexors, our right hip will turn back. So see if you can pull the right hip forward, the left hip back. Okay, a couple more, and if you felt like more, tuck right toes, lift the right knee off. This movement's really good for developing ankle flexion, that deep range of motion that we use in our squats and our skandasanas. One more. Okay, right knee to the ground. Shuffle that left knee back so it's in line with the right. Tuck onto your toes and sink back on your heels. Roll the shoulders back and down. Lift up nice and tall through the spine. A little stretch through the back of the foot and the toes, the feet and the toes. The stretch can feel quite intense. You know, we spend so much time in our day sitting in shoes that we don't get the proper range of motion within our toes as well. And that's why yoga and any other practice that you're in bare feet for is just so good. One more breath. Okay, you can do this next part with hands on the ground or hands off. You're going to try lean yourself back enough that your knees come off the ground, toe stand, and then lower your heels to the ground. Lift your hips up to the sky, Uttanasana, forward fold. So feet are about hip width distance here. For this one, let's bend our knees as much as we need to get our palms on our ground. If you can get the palms on the ground, then you can lengthen your legs a little more. From this position, try lengthen the right leg, not locking the right knee out, but kind of straightening it as much as you can. And then bend the right knee. And then lengthen the left leg. And then bend the left knee. Right knee, breathe in. Breathe out. Left knee, breathe in. Breathe out, maybe both knees. Inhale. Exhale. One more, inhale. Exhale. Nice. Slowly roll up through standing. Let the arms dangle down. And once you get to the top, squeeze the glutes, bring your hands behind your hips, push your hips forward. And then come back. Face the side of your mat. For me, it's my right side. Take your feet wide, coming into a wide-legged forward fold, Prasarita Padottanasana. Just check that your toes are facing forward, parallel to the short sides of the mat, or even pigeon-toed, turning in. Gosh, it's windy here. Breathe in, lift up tall. As you exhale, push your hips back, hinging from your hips. And then maybe the hands come down to the ground. It could be in line with your feet. You could push your hands down, kind of like you're trying to drag them towards your face. Ooh, I'm getting a wind load of sand in my face. And then from this position, you might just bend one knee, keep one leg straight, and then swap to the other side. Just small or big bends, doesn't really matter too much here. Let's walk towards our left foot, sitting up for pyramid pose. Parsvottanasana. You might hop your right foot out slightly, trying to anchor the right heel kind of on a 45-degree angle. Hands could stay on the ground, or you can walk them up your leg. You're thinking about pulling your left hip back, your right heel forward, really driving the right foot down to the ground, pressing the left toes and the left heel into the ground. Whenever I do this pose, I feel lots of sensation up the front of my foot, my left foot. Let's go one more. Shuffle your right foot back a little more, preparing for warrior one. Bend your left knee, lift your arms up towards the sky. So back leg is straight, left knee roughly stacked on top of the ankle. Turn your shoulders and, as best as you can, your hips towards your left foot. And really focus on pressing the outer edge of your right foot down to the ground. And I don't know about you, but I really feel this kind of through the side of my ankle and up into my calf. One more breath. Fold forwards, turn to the side of your mat again, wide-legged forward fold. Let's turn to our right foot this time. Right toes turn to the back of the mat. You might hop your left foot out slightly for your pyramid pose. Soft bend of your right knee, pushing the right foot down into the ground, the ball of the foot, the heel of the foot. Slight tuck of the chin here. Let's go one more breath. And then take a step back with your left foot. Still turning the toes out on a 45, warrior one. Virabhadrasana. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Breathe out to hold. So again, you're planting the outside edge of the left foot down to the ground, bending the right knee. Little tuck of the tailbone here. One more slow breath. Bring the hands down to the ground. Turn back into your wide-legged forward fold. Shuffle your feet out a little wider. Turn your toes out. Start to bend the right knee for Scandasana. So hips towards the right heel. You might turn your left toes up to the sky. You could keep them down. It's just whatever feels good. Just keep the hands on the ground for the moment as you sink hips down. Try drive the knee out over the middle of the foot. Let's go to the other side. Breathing in. Breathing out, thinking hips towards the left ankle. And just like we did on the ground before, you're thinking about driving the left heel down as well as pulling the left toes up towards the shin. One more each side. Breathing in, transferring across. Breathing out. Really subtle squeeze of the glutes. That's going to help draw the knee behind you a little more. One more to the left. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come back through center. Fold forward again. Walk your feet towards each other so they come underneath the hips. You might stay here just dangling your arms, or we can find hands underneath the feet. Maybe it's just fingertips underneath the toes, palms facing up. If you felt like a little more, try get your toes towards your wrist creases. Bend the knees, lift your hips up. Little pull of the hands towards the feet. And because our toes, our ball of our foot, is a little more elevated than our heels, makes it a bit more challenging for our calf muscles and our Achilles tendon. Okay, release the hands from underneath the feet. Take 3 breaths to roll up through standing. And once you get to the top, lift the shoulders up to the ears, breathe in, breathe out, shoulders down, little squeeze of the glutes, maybe a little shake out of the arms, shake out of the legs. And that is where we will finish our practice today. Thank you so much for joining in and being with me in the wind. And I look forward to the next one together. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and follow us on Patreon if you felt like a little bit more exclusive content. See you next time.